Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Talk with Gabe. I'm here, my sidekick is here, and so is our guest. Let's get started. Who do we have on today's show?
Today we have one truly talented musician, NIKITA Love.
Wow, I'm excited to hear all about her career. I've read her interviews in Action Magazine, and now I'm looking forward to hearing it straight from the source.
Absolutely, me too. I can't wait to chat with her in person, so to speak.
But before we get started, let's give a shout out to our sponsors, Fade Life Clothing, BCK Online, and Link PR. Fade Life Clothing is a unique clothing line out of Atlanta, Georgia, geared towards those who love intoxicating style.
And BCK Online is a digital online magazine that keeps you in the know and up to date on the lives of young entertainers, rising stars, parents, and much more.
And Link PR is definitely the missing link to your success in the entertainment industry. I'm glad Fade Life Clothing, BCK Online, and Link PR are all back for another season. Now then, go grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and as always, enjoy the show.
What's up? It's Lance Alexander. I recently launched a new health and wellness book entitled From Junk to Hunk. After completing my own journey of losing over 70 pounds, I realized the mental transformation was far greater than the physical changes, and that going from junk to hunk could apply to any goal. By clearing out the junk, which is anything negative or toxic towards that goal, like distractions, you transform into a hunk, which is a stronger, better version of you. Get From Junk to Hunk at FromJunkToHunk.com.
NIKITA, welcome to the show. We're glad you could join us for an episode of Just Talk with Gabe.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Thank you for being on. Let's get into it. All right,
Absolutely.
So you are a musician. Tell us how you got started in the industry.
Well, I just started putting out songs in February, but I've been writing since I was like 10 years old. I have a very musical upbringing and, I don't know, just a natural, extension of creativity was music. So yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool. How would you describe your sound?
Such an interesting question. I think, I don't know, as an artist, I'd hope it's like ever changing, like kind of evolving and getting better and yeah, changing. But I think like an overarching theme is just like, I don't know, I like to write about complexity and complexity in myself and in other people and in my emotions and like the dichotomy of opposing feelings and I don't know, but also like sometimes it's really straightforward but I don't know, I like to talk about things that are nuanced and interesting.
Like,
for the most part.
Complicated. It kind of like life and people are so complicated.
Yeah.
Like just like this like nuanced stuff. Like I think it's much more interesting. I mean, like also, straightforward. I don't know. It's all very interesting to write about. But I think what I'm really inspired by is like the underbelly of like something that's going on in someone's brain, or you know, in a dynamic between two people, or whatever.
I like that because
Right.
I always say if I could be like telekinetic or something like that.
Yeah, that's
I
telekinetic. You want telepathy.
Telepathy. I want to get inside people's heads.
Yeah, and also like I think I really want to convey like a feeling that taps into something. If someone's listening, like I want them to, like I want there to be an overarching like visceral reaction in someone when they're listening.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like just like talk about some random thing, but also like that comes with like the production and the instrumentation of the song, not just like the content that I'm talking about. But I think it's just I love to create a reaction in a person who's listening.
That's awesome.
That is it. All this kind of actually leads into my next question, which is, what has been your favorite project to date and why?
It's a good question as well. I think Nihilistic Baby has been my favorite so far because I don't know, it's so different than anything that I've written before, and also is the quickest like turnaround. I wrote it in like, I don't know, February, and then recorded it and then put it out like just last month.
Oh wow.
And so that was a really like proud moment. I was like, this is really cool. Like I just wrote this, and it feels much more like, you know, topical in my life, like much more applicable than like songs I've put out in the past, which like, you know, when they finally came out, I was sort of like emotionally past. Like I was still proud of them, but I was they were like not part of my like everyday thought process or life anymore. But it definitely was very applicable in my life, and I felt very proud that it came out so soon, because it meant that I like had been working on it and had been productive and had been, you know, everything. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so
Right.
we're going to talk more about Nihilistic
Yeah, we're
Baby
definitely talking about
because
more
we
later.
listened to it together. We've listened to it separately and we listened to it together earlier.
We
and we're like, we have a lot more questions.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love questions.
We loved it. Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
totally
we loved
loved
it.
it. So, what is the one genre of music that you haven't performed that you will most definitely try out one day? Just because.
I mean, like I really haven't done that much with like a whole band. I've really done just like either accompaniment or like by myself, like performance wise. But so I'd love like obviously that's part of the, you know, trajectory. Like I will get a band sometime soon. But I think like something more radical would be like I'd love to like, I don't know if this is like what you mean when you ask this question, but I'd love to like learn how to DJ, like do parties
that'd be cool.
and like do like electronic like house music stuff, which is like I've really gotten into it in like the last like year and a half or so. Like it's not something that I ever like was gravitated towards in the past, but I've been like really having fun with it a lot.
That's awesome.
So I'd love to be able to DJing doesn't seem like super difficult to figure out. So I feel like I just need to like get my hands on it and try and mess with it.
Yeah, no, that seems like a lot of fun.
It does seem like a lot of fun. I mean, we were in Vegas.
So oh no!
I am of age where I can go to Vegas. But anyway, I digress.
Sure it's a story we need to continue.
No, she will love this.
Okay.
So you're gonna laugh, Nikita.
Yes, please tell.
So we like got invited to this, you know, exclusive party, and so we're like all happy and like, oh yeah, let's go. And had no idea who this DJ was, and we randomly just enjoyed the night at a Steve Aoki party. So.
Oh, yeah, fun.
There's that. So go for it.
Accidentally.
I've heard it
before. Yeah.
So please invite us to your first DJ.
Yes.
Oh,
please,
for sure.
We're there.
Amazing. Absolutely.
I mean, people just have so much fun, and the music, you know, just kind of gets to you.
I am a big dancer. I love dancing. I truly believe that you're only truly free when you're dancing. So I love going to you know, clubs with like really cool lights and amazing DJs and music and stuff, and just like, you know, being free and not caring about anything else.
Absolutely.
Like that's my favorite thing.
That makes two of us.
The world doesn't need to see me dance.
Trust
me.
I've seen it.
It's just, it doesn't matter though. You're just dancing and it's just free. I don't know. It's up to you, but I think it's always fun.
We always try to make him dance because it's our source of, you know, like entertainment, so to speak. And you're like, okay, you can do this, and then
it happens, and then you're like, no, you can't do this.
Just,
never mind.
Just bob your head.
Yeah, I don't know. Might be for some people, it might not be for others. But I think it's like when you have the like lack of when you're just feeling uninhibited, it's like,
oh yeah, it's free.
Great. Yeah.
It is.
And speaking more on music, like what would you say is the hardest part about being a musician?
Probably all these like, you know, like ambitions. Like I just want to get really, really good at everything. And so that's just like, it's just exhausting because there's like, I really want to like get really good at producing and really good at the guitar and really good at DJing and really good at like, you know, get better at songwriting and get better at all this stuff. It's like, it's so overwhelming because there's so many like things to get like excellent at. And it's, I mean, I think for me, that's the hardest part about being a musician because there's so many beautiful goals to achieve. Yeah.
That's true. Are you like a type A personality?
Oh, absolutely not.
No?
But I think, no, absolutely not. I was terrible in school. But I think music is so different for me. I mean, maybe in terms of music, I am a little bit type A because I just am so driven by everything that's like, you know, that kind of cathartic feeling, or
Right.
just getting it out or expressing yourself in that way.
That's pretty cool, I
That
think.
is. Now, out of all the musicians in the world, who would you like to collab with and why?
Oh, all the musicians in the world. Oh God. I think I'm a huge St. Vincent fan. I like totally can. I'd love to, like just see how she works. Like see, like she's also like an amazing guitarist, like incredible, and I'd love to like see her in motion.
That would be a good collab.
Oh yeah, that would be. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it would be a dream.
It would be.
Yeah,
Hey,
a dream. Hey, who knows? It could
who
happen.
knows it could happen? Put that on
You
your
never
wish-
know.
Put it out there.
Yeah.
We're like, all right. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, but
Okay.
our audience gets a special treat of actually hearing Nikita's new project.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, you
as
do.
soon as we get back, we will chat more about it.
All right, stay tuned.
Give me something to think about. Give me someone to cope without. Just put me in a movie and distance yourself from me. You lied to me before you left. You said that I'd see you again. Anything to give you an edge, but no one could survive your scorched bridge. I've thought about calling you up late and catching you off guard, so you answer and stay on the line, and you wait for me to say something crazy, and you won't care. Nihilistic, baby. I don't actually care if you had a good reason. You left me with none, so I get to say whatever I want. My only little relief of freedom. I've thought about calling you up late and catching you off guard, so you answer and stay on the line, and you wait for me to say something crazy, and you don't care. Nihilistic, baby. You make me nauseous to think about. Your name turned to the tree all in my mouth. I hate what you did, I hate what you said. I hate that I care and that you're indifferent. I've thought about calling you up late and catching you off guard, so you answer and stay on the line, and you wait for me to say something crazy, something maybe to make you sorry, but it couldn't. Nihilistic, baby.
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Welcome back, guys.
Alrighty, now it's time to get back into it.
So you guys have had a chance to listen to Nihilistic Baby.
Yes, I've got a question.
Okay, I had a question first, but you go ahead.
Okay. Where did the inspiration for this new project come from?
Well, actually, it's interesting because I wrote this song a year after the thing that I'm writing about happened. So it was like sort of like I don't know, it was a nice perspective change that like I went through like over the course of a year, because it was like the anniversary of the thing that happened.
Uh-huh.
And it's about like the thing that happened was a friend of mine who was somewhat more than a friend of mine. He like just disappeared off the face of the earth and like stopped responding to texts, stopped responding to calls, was like had basically deactivated his like Instagram or social media, everything. And it was like, so it was so without any kind of warning or any kind of like goodbye or anything like that. So, and it just felt like I was really mad about it for a while. And like it wasn't just me, it was like all of our friends, all of his friends, everyone that he knew. And I mean, like, you know, looking back on it, it must have been like a really hard thing to feel like you had, like, that was your only option to do, to like cut off everyone that you knew that was like trying to, you know, be there for you, trying to help you, and you wouldn't talk to them. But anyway, that's besides the point. But yeah, so this was like the only kind of, this is a line in the song, the only kind of like freedom that I felt was that I could say anything that I wanted. I could, you know, have the narrative. I could control the narrative, and he couldn't say anything about it because he was gone.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You
And I
know?
think my question kind of feeds into what you both said. The title itself. I mean, that's such a different title than kind of anything you've ever heard. So I was like, whoa, those are two opposite, you know, polar opposites.
Very
Right.
opposite.
So that kind of explains where the title comes from.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like the baby part was sort of like, because it's like, was sort of a romantic, you know, connotation. But the nihilistic, I was like, you just don't care. You don't, you know. So I was like, you're just, I don't know, it's cathartic to call him nihilistic.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so see that answers my question, because that was my biggest question. I was like, okay, I listened to that song, and then I'm like, huh? Where did that come from?
No, I'm glad it evoked something. It's like, it definitely, like, I'm glad that's a question, because it definitely is an evocative title.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then you're curious when you see the title, before you even open up, you know, or push play or whatever, you're just like, okay, that's two polar opposites.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And
I
so you're like, I want to know more. And then you listen to the words, and you get this sense that there is a story behind it. And then of course you're like, okay, I want to know more.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I contain multitudes. So I'm all about the polar opposite, like, song titles, album titles, all that stuff, because I also, like, I hate kind of giving off like one vibe. I love a mishmash of all the vibes. So
that's true, because, you know, a person's not feeling one way all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
That definitely also, earlier question, that plays into like what I like to talk about and write about. Like, I don't like to, you know, give off one vibe. I like to have a lot of, you know, amalgamation of different feelings and conflicting things. So
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think, well, Gabe's a Gemini, so I always
Oh yeah, you always bully me
him
about, like, you're just like, okay, what personality am I dealing with today?
Twin are you today?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So,
like, I'm still me here, still the same one, and you're just like, no, you're multiple people.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how?
But it just kind of plays into multi-layer, and I think a successful musician
is able to
evoke,
like multiple different things at once, kind of.
Yeah, no, it's great.
So hats off to you. I hope you guys out there loved that song. I just hit the mic, so sorry.
Yeah, that's gonna be a loud slap.
But if you guys definitely sound off and let us know what you think, message Nikita, because it's a slamming song.
Yeah, it really is.
Thank you guys. It's so nice of you.
Alrighty, so let's get on to the fun round.
Let's have some fun.
Ooh.
Right. So what is your favorite city and why?
Easy question, New York. Because I grew up here. It's just been my, you know, it's been my playground for my whole life. And I briefly moved to LA for like a year, and it was nice, but I think just whenever I would come back and visit New York, I'd be like, this is just better. So, and that's just me. And also I'm biased. That's not like objectively like New York is better than LA. Right. But I think that for me, just it, you know, growing up here, it's much more of a nicer fit for me.
Absolutely. One day we'll get to New York. I know I haven't been.
I haven't been either. So I want to.
That's on
our list. It's good. It's really good.
What is the one song that is stuck on your head on repeat right now?
I think it's probably a song called Bodies by Car Seat Headrest. Just like there's this riff at the beginning, this guitar riff, and I can't, like, it's constantly playing in my mind this past week.
Oh wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Car Seat Headrest gets kind of like, like how Weezer is kind of like a meme to hate. It's kind of like that a little bit. But they're a good band. I really like them a lot.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. Now, if you could be a superhero, who would you be and why?
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
You should have seen his face. He's like, yes.
I mean, just like, he's the best.
Yeah,
he's the best. I mean, also, I don't know. I would love to, swing around, do gymnastics, heal quickly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would
also,
love
like,
to be athletic.
yeah. Also, like, the suit doesn't seem that annoying,
No,
and like you get to be like a normal dude most of the time. Also, if you're the Andrew Garfield version, you get to like, date Emma Stone. So.
Win-win all around.
Yeah, really.
Win-win-win, absolutely.
I'd love to just swing around skyscrapers and stuff. That seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I want to be Black Widow.
Black Widow's cool. Black Widow's really cool.
Like, even her
but she doesn't have any special powers. She's just like got the skills. She's got the training. She's just
cool.
badass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, that kind of a superhero I can handle. I don't know if I could be like flying around doing athletics. I don't know.
Right. What is your favorite line from any movie?
I think I have two. One is more of like a comedic one, and the second one is like more meaningful. I'm gonna do the comedic one first because it's fun.
Okay.
It's from Zoolander. Which is one of my dad's favorite movies. There's this scene where they're talking about like models and Christine Taylor's character is talking about how when she was in high school she like hated models because they made her feel really bad about herself, and then she's like, yeah, and then I was bulimic, and then Ben Stiller goes, you could read minds. And I think that's so brilliant. Just like the delivery and like just, oh God, it's so funny. And then the second one is from Almost Famous, which I actually just watched last night. It's a line spoken by Philip Seymour Hoffman, and he goes, the only true currency in this bankrupt world is what you share with someone else when you're uncool. Oh, and I think that's like, it's just, it's so insightful, and so like, 'cause everyone puts so much like, pressure and so much importance on like, cool and clout and like just like who you're with, who you're associated with, who you are. It's very like who you are. And I think it's when that stuff doesn't matter, it's much more, I don't know, it's intimate. It's much more meaningful. So
that's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
I have not seen that movie, so
it's an excellent movie.
I have to see it for sure.
Yeah, really, really, really good. One of my favorites.
I don't know. I just keep thinking of Godfather lines.
Oh,
I mean,
I just keep thinking of memes. Like just all the movie lines turned into giant memes.
Oh yeah,
constantly going through my head.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, guys, I got one. Winter's coming.
That's not a movie. That's Game of Thrones.
There you go. Well, that's true.
Well, episodes are as long as movies.
So. Absolutely.
That is true.
There you
very
go.
Long.
There you go. Because the other day we were watching something and I was like, how long is this?
And I was like, it's an hour.
And I was like, oh, so yeah, you're right.
Oh, did you see the run times for the new Stranger Things season episodes? They're like an hour and a half, and I'm like,
oh no,
why are you making 9 movies?
I couldn't. I would be like,
those aren't even shows anymore.
I would have to break it up into 30-minute segments or something.
She has the shortest attention span I have seen.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's just like, it's an hour long. Okay.
Yeah, an hour and a half. Okay, I'm going to have to say this new season of Stranger Things is going to take me a while to get
But then again, I can't talk because 3 hours.
I mean, also, it seems like it's going to take a while for it to actually come out because, of all the strikes and stuff. And now they're just beginning to, like, get back into it. But we'll see. We'll see how it is. I think, it's each season has taken so long to, like, come out that people, like, I don't know. I'm not saying that people get uninterested. I think it's just that there's like also the actors have grown up so much.
Right.
Right.
Right. I mean, you
So
can't really play a teenager when you're
Forever.
like 30.
when you're like 25.
Exactly. Unless you're
Yeah.
7.5 like me, and there you go.
Yeah, you could do it
I can
forever.
do an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Wow, you're petite.
Yes, unfortunately.
Wow.
If you worked at a circus, which job would you have?
Oh my. Actually, funny story. I went to circus camp for like 2 years in a row when I was younger.
That
Yeah.
is so cool.
I mean, kind of along the lines of like Spider-Man stuff. I would love to like do the aerial, trapeze, like silk stuff, like acrobatics.
That would be, yeah.
That would be
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I think it'd be fun and you'd be like super in shape and super flexible and like, you know, you'd have all these, I don't know. It's just pretty too. It's pretty to watch.
Yeah, it is. It's really like, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
fun.
that does sound like fun. I'd love to just spin around in there, yeah.
See, that's what you would do in the circus?
Either that or just be the ringmaster.
Yeah, I could see
Oh, yeah.
I could see him
Yeah.
as the ringmaster, totally. I think I would have been a lion tamer.
Also clown is a safe bet.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
You gotta learn how to juggle, though.
Lion
I
tamer.
know how to juggle.
You do?
Oh, you do?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I wanna hear
circus-
more about
circus-
circus camp.
Circus camp for the win.
So tell us a little bit more about circus camp.
It was, I think it was in Massachusetts. I might have
Uh-huh.
actually might have been Vermont. I can't remember. One
Uh-huh.
of the New England states. But it was fun. They had different like, you know, classes. They had like, you know, floor like tumbling, and then they had aerial classes, and they had clown classes, and then they had tightrope, and they had it was like for maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks out of the summer.
That's so much fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
It was really fun. I was not a big camp kid growing up, but so I would always be like, no, I don't want to go. And then at the end, I'd be like, no, I don't want to go. So, it was really fun. I liked it a lot.
I can totally imagine that would be like
That would be kind of
a
fun.
good summer camp.
Yeah.
Not like the normal summer camps.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can juggle out of it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
there you go.
If you could only take 5 things to a desert island, what would they be?
Oh goodness. Like things, like specific things, or like
Yes, anything in
things.
particular.
Anything that comes to your mind, what would you take to your desert island?
My cat. Like, I don't know. Probably like a lot of tea.
Okay.
Okay.
And then like I don't know, maybe like a really long book that's really
Yeah.
good.
Right.
I mean, like that'll sustain me until I eventually perish.
Well, no, or get off
On the-
the
on the
island.
desert
Good
island.
one, yeah.
And then was that 3 things? And then like, I don't know, maybe a friend. I might bring a friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Make them suffer with me.
That's true.
And then-
Yeah. Trap them on the island.
Trap
too,
the
yeah.
two.
and then like a guitar or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are cool.
Those are good. And we have never heard tea. So see, that was
I
a
love
good
tea.
one. I
too,
love tea.
Yeah. We had
I
a
mean,
guy
I
stay
don't
with
know.
a
I
boat.
feel like you can ice it, you can heat it up. It's you gotta. Also, it's flavorful. You
Yeah,
can't.
exactly.
There's a lack of flavor on a desert island. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We did have somebody say they would bring a boat with them just
to get off after.
get
Oh,
off.
those
We're
are
like-
those are like, those are the type of people that like, if you have 3 wishes, what would you wish for? I wish for infinite wishes, and you're like,
Exactly.
Exactly.
that's
yeah.
not the point of the question.
Like, what would you? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's totally true. What? Okay. So, what movie character is the most similar to your own personality?
I keep getting like Joe March from Little Women.
Okay.
Okay.
Because like she's like she's creative and everything, but also she's like fierce and funny and like kind of, I don't know, all over the place a little bit.
Okay, that's a good one though. And I used to love the books. I mean, I read the books like an insane
You
person.
did.
So yeah, I
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
I still haven't seen the movie.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, read the book. I don't have time to read.
That's true.
I'd love to read books again, but oh well. All right. Which do you prefer? Talking on the phone or texting?
Oh, on the phone, like 100%.
Really?
Oh yeah. I don't like texting. Texting is a no-go for me. I mean, I'll like, I'm not a bad texter. Like I'm good at texting. I'll reply. I will, everything. But I prefer talking on the phone. Or like if you insist on texting me, I like voice noting.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know, you get all the information in, you get the tone right, you don't have to worry about it. And yeah, I don't know, it feels more intimate too. It doesn't feel like you have to like, posture or like worry about your punctuation or if it sounds right or if it like, looks right or anything like that.
That's true. That's true.
Sure.
I don't know. I think I'm a texter though. I
am too.
Because people will call me and then I'll be like, okay, and then I'll wait and then I'll text him back, hey, what's up? So
Yeah.
I am guilty of that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely get annoyed with my dad when he calls me. He was like, what was that like show or something? And I'm like, you could have just texted me. Like, just just ask me in a question over text and I'll tell you. Like, this doesn't have to be like a whole conversation.
Right.
But it might be just because like that's my dad.
Right.
Right.
But like I appreciate whenever anyone calls me, I'm like, oh, thank you for calling. Like I really like that. Like that's just like, because it also like it creates a nice like space for a conversation to happen. Like even if you called them for like, what do you want for like dinner or like what are you feeling for next week or whatever. Like it's like it creates an environment for like, oh, like how are you doing, like what's going on, like oh yeah, this person said this to me and it really messed up my day or whatever, it like really made my day better or whatever. It's like it kind of opens it up a little bit more.
That's true.
That's true.
Okay, Nikita, you have given me a new thought. I'm going to answer the phone more.
I'm glad.
I'm gonna keep texting.
Yeah.
All right, which Hogwarts house would you belong in?
Actually, I took the test because I was a big Harry Potter fan when I was younger. But
Right.
I think back then I was like a Grifflepuff.
Oh, we talked about that a minute ago.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
But I think I probably like evolved into like a Ravenclaw or something.
Okay. Yeah, I love the Ravenclaw. I love the Raven.
What about you guys? Do you think
Slytherin?
Slytherin?
That's just cool because my hair color is green.
Oh, cool.
And also, I love the snake sigil, and then I just think they're cool. And then I hear all the time, but they're the bad guys, and I'm like, and
yeah, they get a bad rep. I mean, the bad guy. I mean, they're hot too. So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I think I'd be Gryffindor. Just kind of go with the flow. Just okay.
You mean Gryffindor?
Gryffindor. Yeah, sorry. Go with the flow. I'm just here. See y'all tomorrow. That's kind of my personality. Yeah. It's just kind of like go with the flow type. Yeah. So I think that would be...
it's weird. Actually, I don't know. I'd probably be like a combination of like Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, probably. Because like Ravenclaw are like, super driven and I have a huge lazy streak. So, but like they're creative and smart and they're more type A. But I don't know. I feel very type A for this interview for some reason, which I'm not. But I don't know. I think probably like a combination. Again, multifaceted,
exactly. There you go.
Multi-layered.
There you go. It's proven.
I mean, honestly, probably like it's just what like supersedes, like what qualities supersede the other ones.
That's true.
That
is
so true. I don't know. Honestly, probably Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff, probably something like that.
All right. You have one person to give a shout out to. Who is it and why'd you pick them?
Honestly, probably want to give a shout out to my manager, Jazz. She's been doing such a great job and like booking shows and like, like helping me out with like, cause it's just the beginning. I started putting out songs in February and it's been so stressful and overwhelming sometimes. And she's like really good at like talking to me about the stuff and planning and setting up things. And I really appreciate it. So big shouts to Jazz.
Shout out to Jazz.
Yeah, shout out to Jazz. Definitely.
And all the ladies over at JV Agency, your agency is really awesome.
They're really
they get back
cool.
to you
Yeah.
really fast. I mean, they're just great.
Yeah.
So shout out to all of them for sure.
Shout out to all of them.
What is the one piece of advice you would give to people who want to be in the music industry?
Well, for people who want to like write and be musicians, I think it's important that you like write a bunch of bad stuff. Like if you want to be like a songwriter, like don't make it your goal to like write like the next like amazing song or anything. Like make it your goal to write like 100 terrible like songs that you'll never ever like show anybody or like will ever see the light of day. Because like that's just how you get good.
Absolutely.
And also like never, I think it's just never expect like too much from a from yourself in that moment. Like if you're writing, you're like, I'm just gonna write what I feel. I'm just gonna write how like see how it goes. Like try not to like put so much on yourself. And also in terms of like the industry part, trust yourself, trust your art, trust that you like your art, and also compromise. Like know that people know some parts of the industry better than you do.
Right.
And then I don't know, so be open to collaboration and open to suggestion, but also like if your gut is telling you something, like talk about it, stick by it. Like maybe like you reach some sort of compromise if it's really like a top like a conversation, but then yeah, I don't know, trust yourself.
That's total solid advice.
That is very
it
solid
really
advice.
is. I even think Office Dog, he liked it too because he made this little weird noise, and I was like, oh
Yeah,
you
we
agree?
thought he was asleep. He kind of
he kind of lifted his head and was listening to you, so there you go.
There you go.
Aw, what kind of dog?
Toy poodle.
Aw,
Don't
so
let
cute.
Don't let the cuteness fool you. Don't.
No, don't. He's destructive.
He's a sweet pea, but he's very destructive.
Yeah, well, multifaceted.
Exactly.
Yes, he's
Contains
multifaceted.
multitudes.
He contains a lot of multitudes.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like the little looks on his face, you don't want to know what
If he could talk,
it would not be a good. It just would not.
He'd be very mean to us.
But we love him to the moon and
We
back.
do.
So
Love that. What's his name?
Charlie. So, in addition to all that you have going on, what's next?
Well, I have a show coming up on the 25th at Pianos on the Lower East Side. It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so I expect people will be out of town, or rather in town for home for Thanksgiving. But we'll see who shows up. And then I also have another show actually on that Tuesday on the 28th, which I'm excited about. And I've been working on some new music and things like that, which I'm so stoked about. I'm like working with some new people, and hopefully that'll come out. I have another song coming out probably January-ish, around January. And then after that, hopefully the newer stuff will be coming out earliest like spring.
Oh, wow. You have a full plate.
You have a full plate, definitely.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. I love having a full plate because it makes me feel like successful.
Right.
Absolutely.
We're definitely looking forward to that music.
Yeah, I'm happy you're looking forward to it. That's great.
What is the one thing you want our audience to know about you?
I don't know. I would say that I love people who listen to my music. I love people who love my music, and I appreciate so like all the people that have been listening, because again, it's just the beginning, and so it's like you're on the journey with me. It's great.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and I think they should maybe listen to my music.
We think so.
We think so too.
That makes 3.
Yeah. And then final question: where can people find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram and I'm on Twitter, although that's kind of like a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not like on Twitter for like promotional stuff. I'm on Twitter because it's like stupid.
Right.
But you know, you can follow me if you want. Both of those handles are Nikita Lev, but the E is a 3. And yeah, follow me.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, I think we will for sure. You have
Awesome.
2 new fans.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming
I
on.
loved this. This was fun.
We had a great time.
We did.
So you're definitely going to have to come back on another season and catch us up on, you know, what you've done from this point to when we do another season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Did you guys enjoy the show? I know we did. Special thanks to Nikita for joining us today. Make sure to check out her music, and if you want to know more about her, check out her interviews in our sister company, Action Magazine. Until next time, peace out, guys.